Pleasant good evening, everyone, or afternoon, I should say. Jeff Phoebus, Sports Information Director at Calvin University, sitting courtside for the first of two games here at the Nord Arena. Calvin Women's Hoops taking on the University of Olivet Comets in the opener, and the same two schools will meet in men's basketball in the game to follow. I'll be bringing you today's women's game, and then back from their winter break, my student broadcasters Ryan Schumer and Ryan Shearhart will be back here to do the men's game at 3. So looking forward to that. Calvin women on a 3-game win streak right now. They are 9-7 overall and 4-2 in the MIAA. Trying to 5-2 in the MIAA, I should say. They are trying to finish out the first half of the MIAA double round robin schedule with a win. They have this game today, and then they have a bye on Wednesday night. They'll have a week between today's game and their game at St. Mary's next Saturday. On the Olivet side, they're coming off a nice win on Wednesday night, defeated St. Mary's. Speaking of St. Mary's, 54-52 on the road. That was Wednesday night. The Comets, under the direction of head coach Peter Sabiti, are 9-17, or beg your pardon, are looking at last year's record. They were 9-17 a year ago. They are 5-10 overall and 2-4 in the MIAA. As far as the players for Olivet, Lily Connolly is the go-to player for the Comets. She had 14 points, 13 boards in the win over the Bells on Wednesday night. She's averaging 16.1 points per game, including 17.2 points per game in conference play. So she is a go-to player for this Comet team, which has really done a nice job under Peter Sabiti. He is in his 4th year. He is no stranger to the Grand Rapids area. Went to Aquinas, played a couple years of basketball, then later an assistant coach there for, I think, 5 years, including their head JV men's basketball coach. Got his master's degree at nearby Cornerstone University in the process. And then 4 years ago, moving over to take his first head coaching job, and that at the University of Olivet. And he's done a nice job of just kind of putting some strong footwork and stabilizing things here with the Comets. And he's a real good guy. Always good to see him around, and he will have the Comets ready to play against these Knights. Calvin women had a real nice win. Speaking of real nice wins, they had a real nice win Wednesday night on the road at Albion. The Knights winning at 69-51. Anna Fernandez, who has been playing very well as of late, had 18 points on 8 of 13 shooting. Freshman Jamie Custer, a career-high 10 points off the bench. Calvin women's team, we've talked about this before, but they lead Division III in blocks per game average, swatting an average of 7.5 blocks per contest. Hannah Saul ranks 6th in the nation with total blocks. She's got 44 in the year. Vale Dirksey 34th with 28 blocks. The Knights have blocked at least 10 shots in 5 different games this season, including a school record 18 against Lakeland University in December 18. Vale Dirksey, just talking about her, recently moving into 6th place on the Calvin career list for career block shots. She's at about 158, and then Hannah Saul at 108 is sitting in 8th place on the Calvin career list. So they've done a nice job down in the paint, and Hannah's sister Lydia Saul has been a nice force off the bench as far as protecting the paint as well. As I mentioned, though, Anna Fernandez has been getting things going from the perimeter for Calvin as of late, and her backcourt teammate Caitlin LaRue has also done a good job. She's been getting loose from the perimeter, had double digits in scoring a week ago when Calvin defeated Kalamazoo right here at the Nord Arena. And then Chloe Wiggers is the sophomore point guard. The Knights more or less going with a 3-guard lineup along with the 2 kind of post players in Val Dirksey and Hannah Saul inside. The series history here, Calvin won both meetings last year, winning 72-50 at Olivet and then 79-43 at Calvin. Ryan Rohr led Calvin with 14 points in the win. The Knights, of course, without Ryan as far as being available to play. She's right in front of me here, coming off a pretty major injury toward the end of last year, on her way to being back next year, and looking forward to that. And it sounds like folks like Emma Whitty and Sammy DeKuyper, who are also on the sidelines with injuries, are doing a nice job in their recovery. So looking forward to seeing all of those players supporting the Knights down the road. Looking at the last Olivet win against Kelvin, you'd have to go back to the 2013-14 year where Olivet won both regular season meetings, 82-67 and 77-73, and then Kelvin won the MIAA tournament semifinal game at the Cutler Event Center, winning 80-76. That was a really nice Olivet team back then, and that's the last time that Olivet has won. So since that meeting, let's see if I can come up with the win streak. Kelvin has won 22 straight games against the Comets. All right, they're going through the pregame, and we're going to turn it over to Ben DeWall-Malafite, our PA announcer.
University for today's women's basketball matchup between the University of Olivet Comets and your Calvin University Knights. Before we meet today's teams, we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Now let's meet today's starters. First, for the Comets, a senior number 22, Lily Connolly. For your Knights, a 5'8" sophomore out of Lake Orion, Michigan, number 12, Chloe Wiggers. For Olivet, a sophomore, number 24, Christina Malinkonich. For your Knights, a 5'8" junior out of Plymouth, Michigan, number 13, Anna Fernandez. For Olivet, a senior, number 34, Clara Scholes. For your Knights, a 6-foot senior out of Vienna, Virginia, number 14, Valerie Dirksey. For Olivet, a junior, number 45, Kinsley Hatfield. For your Knights, a 5'10" sophomore out of Grand Rapids, Michigan, number 23, Caitlin LaRue. And for Olivet, a sophomore, number 55, Kaylee Bush. And for your Knights, a 6'2" sophomore out of Grand Rapids, Michigan, number 24, Hannah Song. Olivet is coached by Peter Sabidi, and your Knights are coached by Mr. Mark Christner.
All right, that was our PA man, Ben DeWall-Malafite, giving us our starting lineups, which are presented by Lake Michigan Credit Union, where its members really like earning more when they save and paying less when they borrow. Again, that's today's starting lineups presented by Lake Michigan Credit Union. Getting set to tip this one off, should mention Kelvin head coach Mark Christner, who is in his 5th year, currently 89-45 at the helm of the Knights, going for win number 90 at the helm of the Knights. Of course, previously had been the head men's basketball coach at Waynesburg University for I think 6 or 7 years. Did a nice job at Waynesburg. Actually, I'm looking at my notes. A 10-year stint as a head men's basketball coach at Waynesburg in the Pittsburgh area. So, and of course, prior to that, Coach Christner had been an assistant with both the Kelvin women's and men's basketball program. Ready to tip it off, and it's won by Kelvin. That's Chloe Wiggers, the Lake Orion native. Tonight swinging around the horn. Fernandez up top to Wiggers. Got a little screen from Dirksey. Little show and go. Short on the layup there by Dirksey. Was rebounded by Malakanich. And here come the Comets. Lily Connolly will swing it around. Pass inside to Malakanich. Goes up off the window, no, and a rebound to Dirksey. So both teams with attempts in the paint. Couldn't get it. Now here's Hannah Saul, and that's a wayward pass by Fernandez, and it'll be a turnover by the Knights. Spacing not quite the way it probably needed to be to get that post-entry feed. Connected in a successful way. Here's Connolly off the pick and roll, pulls up. Jumper no, off the side rim. Again, Dirksey with the board, and here's Wiggers. Kicks it right side. Knights in a little transition offense. Now half court, LaRue to the hole, finds herself all alone, puts it up off the window, missed the bunny, was right underneath the basket and probably needed to flip that up with her left hand off the window, and instead went with the right hand and misfired. Out of bounds. It will stay with Kelvin. Shot clock resets to 20. Fernandez. Just leave it over to Dirksey. Now Wiggers left side. Trying to get Fernandez some shots as she goes into the paint. Here's an 18-footer from Dirksey off the back iron. Rebounded by Dirksey off the long rebound. Fernandez, she'll pump up a three. She's been hot, misses it. And Malakanich and LaRue go to the floor. Be a tie-up, and I think that will go to Olivet. Yep, it will. So still 0-0 here at Bernard Arena. Just underway, first quarter. Kinsley Hatfield has a pass to the wing and another steal by Fernandez. She had 6 a week ago on Saturday, got her first of this game. Leads the break, and now Dirksey swinging it around. LaRue, a wide open three. It's going to be up there, going to be off, and tipped around, rebounded by the Comets. Clara Scholes. And now Connolly into the front court. Little dribble penetration. Malakanich a three off the feed, no, and Dirksey with the third board of the game. Wigger's going to go all the way to the hole and draws the foul. It might be Malakanich. And she will get that foul. Wiggers splashes home the first free throw. She has stepped into that starting point guard spot after DeKuyper went down with an injury in game number 1. Of course, Wiggers makes the second free throw. Played quite a bit as a freshman last year, so getting playing time is not a new thing for her, but moving into the starting lineup, fairly new. Here's a backdoor feed and up and in. Connolly to Scholes, and we're tied at 2. Fernandez, little pull up on the left baseline and splashes it home on the transition offense. 4-2 Kelvin. Long lead pass by Olivet's Connolly to Bush, and now comes back up top, Malakanich. Kinsley Hatfield will bring it back to Scholes. Ball just moving around the horn, 8 on the shot clock. Here's a deep three. Going to be off the backboard and iron by Connolly, and here comes Kelvin. I think that was Dirksey again. That would be her 4th rebound. Check the live stats of the next chance. Fernandez off the transition again. No. Another board for Dirksey. Going to go up with the left hand, missed it. Contested by Malakanich. Knights with the board. Fernandez to Wiggers. A three, no. Knights getting all sorts of shots and have only connected on 1 field goal. A field goal and 2 free throws. Kelvin leads at 4-2 here. Clara Scholes, right baseline Bush, picked up her dribble. Good cut by Connolly, off the backboard, spins off the rim and down to Hannah Saul. Kelvin in transition again, thinking about the three, no. Ball kind of goes through the baseline to Dirksey, threw it on the underside of the rim, came right back down to her. Off the miss, she got the board, and then knocked out of bounds. Here comes Lydia Saul, Sophie Sensenig. And let's see, one sub here for Olivet. I think Kinsley Hatfield just came back in. No, that's Hatfield was in the game. Anna Hanen, beg your pardon, is in. Here's a pull-up, good by Fernandez. Knights lead at 6-2. Pass inside, layup, no. Rebounded by Wiggers. That miss was by Clara Scholes, who got caught in a ton of traffic. Wiggers going to go all the way to the basket. Lefty, oh, wide open and misfired on the layup. Hatfield with the board. And here comes Olivet. Knights have had all sorts of opportunities here. Ball tipped from behind. Jamie Custer just checked in, and she gets the steal right there. Lydia Saul on the break, too strong. Off the backboard comes to Fernandez. She missed the putback. Lydia Saul aboard. A lot of rebounds for Kelvin. And missed three by Custer, and another rebound by Sensenig. A lot of misses, but the Knights continue to get the rebounds. Wiggers partially blocked, and I think Wiggers came down on the foot of one of the Olivet players, Hatfield, on that shot, and probably turned that ankle, and that never feels good. So she will check out. Here comes Hallowell in. Madeline Terry checks in for Olivet. Lydia Saul at the line. Free throw off the mark. Misses that one, and Custer got a piece of it, but comes down to Clara Scholes. 6-2 Kelvin. Nice feed by Connolly inside to Hanen, and now kicked out. Three off the mark. Rebounded by Olivet. That was Scholes with the misfire. Rebound by Terry. Pass inside to Hanen. Off the board, no. And rebounded by Sophie Sensenig. Shooting percentages are not high right now. Here's Sensenig fouled on the attempt, and she'll go to the line for a pair. And we're going to get a media timeout with Kelvin leading at 6-2. Sensenig to the line. Coming out of that timeout. Hey, this month in Kelvin Athletics history is presented by Applied Innovation. Today we highlight the 1990 Kelvin men's basketball team that captured the MIAA regular season title and later became the first team in program history to reach the Final Four of the NCAA tournament. The 1990 Kelvin men's basketball team, led by head coach Ed Dalma, finished 28-3 overall. This month in Kelvin Athletics history is presented by Applied Innovation, connecting Kelvin alums for 35 years. Also, today's featured Kelvin women's basketball student athlete planning for success honoree is Allie Mays. Allie is a guard from East Lansing, Michigan. A senior, Allie is a kinesiology major. She is a Kelvin Dean's List student, holding a grade point average above a 3.50. That's today's Planning for Success feature presented by Skipper and Osterink Wealth Management, providing financial solutions and service to help you plan for success. Just looking at the stats that were just given to me. Kelvin, 1 of 9, or beg your pardon, Olivet 1 of 9 from the floor. Kelvin 2 of 16. Knights have 16 rebounds, 6 by Val Dirksey, 9 offensive rebounds, but a lot of missed shots. And there's a missed shot right there. Free throw off by Sensenig. Missed that one, and we've got a lane violation on Olivet, so she'll get another crack at it. It was on Scholes and missed that one. And another rebound. Story of this game, Jamie Custer. Hallowell thought about the three, pulled it back. Now she pumps it from deep. Going to be short, rebounded by Custer. Sensenig, lid on the basket, missed that one, and a rebound to Olivet. Clara Scholes with it, and quickly the other way. Well, we've talked to Coach Christner, and he said sometimes when the early shots don't go in, it kind of snowballs confidence-wise in the wrong way, and when the shots do start going in, that's usually when everything follows after. Kind of a foul there on Sensenig, so to the line will be Hanen. Her free throw is off. There has been a lid on the basket. Hanen out of Burton, Michigan, over near the Flint area. Second free throw, around and down. 6-3. Kelvin on top, first quarter. Hallowell at the controls. Kicks it up top to Lydia Saul. LaRue, wide open three, pumps it up there, in and out. And Hanen with a board. Connolly skips it into the front court. Right wing Scholes. Working on LaRue. Long looping pass off the mark and hauled down by Sensenig. A turnover by Olivet. Nice pass inside to Lydia Saul. Goes up with a floater and in. A field goal by the Knights, and it is 8-3. Kelvin Connolly all the way to the hole and got tied up by Custer. And it went off of Connolly's leg and out of bounds. It'll be a turnover to the Knights. Well, I was looking at Kelvin's defensive field goal percentage. They have moved into the top 40 in the nation in that category. Early in the year had some high-scoring affairs where they gave up some points to nationally ranked teams like Illinois Wesleyan. Sensenig off the window and down. Now, here we go. 10-3, but boy, as they've gotten into the new year, they have really clamped down defensively, and now I think they are sitting 34th nationally in defensive field goal percentage. That's certainly being helped by today's performance thus far. Hanen comes for the high screen to Connolly, pulls up, shot blocked by Sensenig, and then gets her own board, pulls up and fires it in, 10-5. Hallowell a deep three from straight on. It's down. 13-5. Ashley Reardon getting set to check in for Kelvin. Hanen, little turnaround, blocked by Sensenig. Kelvin with two blocks. Saul all the way, missed it. Got caught underneath the basket a little bit. Olivet the board the other way, Connolly. Picks up her dribble. Three on the pump fake. Going to be short by Madeline Terry, and subs for both teams. Reardon and Dirksey in for Kelvin, and Malakinich and, let's see, Lena Brown in for Olivet. 1:50 left in this first quarter. Kelvin up 13-5. Hallowell to Reardon. Going to hand off to Custer. Going hard to the basket. Left it short. Malakinich the rebound. Connolly skips it into the front court. Pass to the wing. Hatfield, a three in and out by Hatfield and rebounded by Dirksey. Her seventh board. Got a chance to go to double digits before the first quarter is even out in rebounds. And a turnover, little miscommunication between Reardon and Hallowell. Offensively, this has not been a aesthetically pleasing game, but the defenses are locking in. Pass inside. Shot attempt's going to be off. LaRue's going to be called for the foul. Scholes got fouled. It really sealed LaRue down on the block, and a Good pass inside to set up that opportunity. She'll be at the line for a pair. Scholes out of Troy, Michigan. Troy Athens High School graduate. Makes her first free throw. Actually, no, she missed that one. Huh. Yeah, 13-6. There it goes up on the board. I thought it went down. Now they're both in. 13-7. A sub here for Olivet. Bush will come in for Scholes. Kelvin Olivet on the men's side in the game to follow. Should be a hotly contested game. Reardon on the dribble. We'll just hand it off to Grace Rosser, also checked in. She'll pump up a three from deep, in and out. Rebound to Malakinich. Connolly into the lane, leaves it back to Malakinich. Working on Reardon. Connolly with the left hand got stripped and stolen by Rosser. Fast break, Reardon off the window, no. Dirksey another board, her 8th of the first quarter. LaRue from the top, it's in! 16-7 Kelvin, 10 ticks left here in the first quarter. Connolly. Pass into the post and stolen away by LaRue. Got 1 second, will she heave it up there? She will not. Not in time, but at the end of one, it is Kelvin 16 and Olivet 7. Tell you what, folks, if you're hungry and you're on a quest for the best breakfast place near you on these cold winter days and nights, your search ends at Anna's House. Discover how Anna's House is saving the world from an ordinary breakfast by visiting any of its 12 restaurants across Michigan, including one just down the East Beltline, a mile south of the Kelvin campus. Anna's House, where breakfast comes to you. Also, stay tuned later for today's halftime, powered by Applied Innovation. We'll get you caught up on today's game stats, and you will hear about all of the exciting aspects happening at Kelvin University. That's today's halftime show, which will be powered by Applied Innovation. Practical advice and cutting-edge technology to drive your business forward. Number of games around the MIAA, all 1 o'clock games. And this look around the MIAA. Gotta make sure I get the right sponsor. Yeah, it is brought to you by NAIA Wazinski of West Michigan, providing all facets of commercial real estate services to you. And the MIAA has St. Mary's at Adrian, Trine at Kalamazoo, and Hope at Elma. Those are all 1 o'clock starts. And a look at the MIAA standings. These are the league standings. Trine at 6-0, Hope 5-1, Kelvin 5-2, Albion 4-3, Elma 3-3, Olivet 2-4, Adrian 2-4, St. Mary's 1-5, Kalamazoo 0-6. Try to get you some scores on those games as we get close to halftime. And ball that was nearly stolen by LaRue, but Olivet player couldn't pick it up. She lost control of it, and then it was just hanging there on the sideline. LaRue stepped on the sideline while trying to pick it up. The Olivet player couldn't pick it up again, otherwise it would have been a travel call on Kaylee Bush. Kinsley Hatfield passes it to the left block, gets the return feed. Pass into the post, off the window by Bush, no, and a rebound by Reardon. LaRue swings it over to Reardon, who's looking to go to the lane. Instead, it goes to the left wing. Three is down, round and down by LaRue, her second triple of the game. That's a good sign for Kelvin, 19-7. And a turnover by Olivet trying to push the pace. Timeout taken by Olivet. 30-second timeout with 9:16 left here in the second quarter. And it will transition into a media timeout. Of course, the MIAA, as I think most of you are familiar, has moved to media timeouts this year. Fans, today's Kelvin Women's Sports Report is presented by Lake Michigan Credit Union. Graduate student Maggie Farrell of the Kelvin Women's Swim Team She's competing right now over at the Benham Aquatic Center against the University of Chicago. She's had a sparkling start to her final season of collegiate swimming. Last semester, Maggie set a school record in the 100 butterfly and is currently ranked 4th nationally in the event, as well as 9th in the 50 free. She is part of a Calvin women's swim team that is ranked 15th in Division III. Once again, today's Calvin Women's Sports Report is presented by Lake Michigan Credit Union. Calvin women ranked 15th in the nation, and they are taking on a Chicago team. I'll have to look up what they are ranked. They are in the top 10, I can tell you that. Of course, Calvin men are competing as well. They're a top 10 team, as is the University of Chicago. They are celebrating Senior Day over there at the Benham Aquatic Center. Going to have a foul here on Olivet. That one's going to be on Hatfield. Just looking at the stats here, you've got 8 rebounds for Val Dirksey. Kelvin is outboarded Olivet 23-13. Rosser is in, will go to the basket. Right-hander, no, and a rebound to Malakinich. Leaves it over to Connolly. Connolly working, oh, they're gonna call a little blocking foul on Fernandez. Tight call there by our official in front of me. Calvin hockey team's getting a couple of wins last night. Impressive wins. Get to that in a bit. Here's a pull-up by Connolly deep, and the 9th rebound of the game by Dirksey. LaRue thought about the 3, instead goes to the basket, got caught up a little bit, shot it over the rim, and rebounded by Malakinich. Malakinich starting to pile up some boards as well here. Here's a 3 from the left corner, going to be off the mark by Hatfield, and here comes Calvin. Fernandez to Reardon. Pulls up from 18, straight on. Hit the board, hit the rim. Comes down to Scholes. And now Connolly. Calvin on top, 19-7, Malakinich, defended by Dirksey. Connolly, and it's going to be blocked by Dirksey. 3rd block of the game comes down, a tie-up, and what does the arrow say? Calvin ball. Here comes Hallowell in. Lydia Saul back in. Let's see, in for the first time for Olivet. Well, not for the first time. She's been in earlier. Elena Brown is in. Missed who else came in for the Comets. See Chloe Wiggers back on the sideline, sitting at the end of the Calvin bench. So that's a good sign. Ball nearly turned over. Hannah Saul is back in. Here's a 3 from the corner. It's good by Anna Fernandez. 4th triple of the game, and the Knights are starting to cook from the perimeter, up 22-7. Calvin 4 of 13. Just had a fly come down on my paper. Didn't know it was warm enough for the flies to survive here in this Michigan cold. Supposed to get down below 0 early next week. Here's a miss on the baseline by Brown, rebounded by Calvin. Here's Hallowell. On the left baseline, loops it up to Fernandez. Got a screen from Hannah Saul. Straight on, 18-footer good. Anna Fernandez starting to pile up the points. She's got 9. And Calvin up 17 at 24-7. Malakinich, good entry feed, and we're going to have a shot attempt off the mark by Bush, but a foul inside. See, that's on LaRue. I think that might be her second. No, first. Custer back in for Calvin. Terry back in for Olivet. Try to get you MIAA women's basketball scores at our next media timeout. Free throw up and in by Bush. It's out of Potterville, Michigan. Potterville High School graduate. Makes both. 24-9. Hallowell. Leaves it back to Hannah Saul. Looping pass. Hannah Saul, a little right-handed hook around and out. So both Saul sisters are in right now, Hannah and Lydia. Olivet with a board. Connolly with a basketball. Lefty up, no, but fouled from behind. I think Custer's going to get it. Be a two-shot situation. Yep, it'll be on Custer. Well, as I mentioned in the pregame, had 10 points off the bench in the win over Albion Wednesday night. Connolly makes her first free throw. Swim rankings there. We were talking about that swim meet going on. Chicago men are ranked 4th. Kelvin men are ranked 9th. So they're going head-to-head right now. Connolly makes both. On the women's side, Chicago ranked 6th and Kelvin ranked 15th. So a power pack D3 dual meet going on just about 200 yards away from us at the Venema Aquatic Center. As Fernandez, a deep three. It was off the mark, but Hannesall got the board. Little crossover dribble by Hallowell. Pull up from 10. Good. 26-11. Kelvin up 15. Kelvin offense has been cooking over the last 5-6 minutes of this contest after really struggling early on. Pass to Malakinich. Instead kicks it out. Connolly right wing. Bush now on the block. Little fake, reverse pivot. Ball knocked out of bounds off of Kelvin. It'll stay with Olivet. 26-11, Kelvin up 15 here. 5:29 left, second quarter. Back in for the Comets, Anna Hannen. Pass inside, Malakinich goes up and got fouled. One of the Saul sisters will get tagged with a foul. I guess Lydia. Well, that actually goes on Custer, Jamie Custer, so her second. You can hear Coach Christner not agreeing with that adjudication. First free throw rattles and falls by Malakinich. Olivet having some success at the free throw line, makes another. 26-13. Hallowell brings it into the front court. Hannah Saul up top. Knights running the half-court offense. Fernandez looking for Custer on the cut and got held as she made that cut. Madeline Terry called for the foul. 5 fouls on Kelvin, so Olivet will be in the bonus the rest of this quarter. It's the second foul on Olivet. Hallowell underneath looking, finds Fernandez. Hannah Saul thought about that 16-footer instead to Lydia Saul, her sister. Shot no from the left side. Fernandez, the offensive board. Right side, Custer thought about the three, instead got the screen and lost the basketball, and Connolly got the ball and fouled from behind by Hannah Saul. And that will be 2 more free throws by Olivet. So Comets kind of hanging around in this game by getting to the free throw line. Sophie Sensenig back in, Val Dirksey back in for Kelvin. Saul sisters check out. Let's see, Olivet, Clara Scholes just checked out. I think that's Hatfield who just went back in for the Comets. At the line will be Connolly. It's out of Grant Township, Crosswell Lexington High School graduate. Seems like we see Crosswell Lexington in the state softball tournament a fair amount as we get toward the final stages of that tournament, but I'd have to look that one up. Our fine friend Jeff Henson at Olivet, tremendous SID there, who also works that state softball tournament year in and year out, would probably know the answer to that. Hallowell pumps up a 3 from straight on short off the front iron. Connolly with a board. 26-14, a 3 for Olivet, and it's good. And the Comets, that was Malakinich, have cut this thing under single digits, 26-17. Custer leaves it to Sensenig. She'll pump up a 3 from straight on. And it goes off the board, off the rim, and down. The bank was open on Saturday afternoon. 29-17. Passing to the post. Bush, no, and a rebound to Hallowell. That was actually Hannen with the miss there. Here's a 3 from the corner, no, and Malakinich, the rebound. Connolly into the front court. Into the lane, pulls up from 10. Missed it. Rebound to Fernandez. Here comes Kelvin the other way, behind the back dribble. Little crossover. Pulls up from 6, short. Battle for the board. Dirksey with the rebound. Kicks it up top. Pass to Fernandez. Free throw line jumper. Off the back iron. Got her own board. Pass the left baseline. Sensenig puts it up there. Misses it. And rebounded by Hanen. Some open looks there for the Knights and coming up a bit short. Here's a 3 from straight on. And it's in for Anna Hanen. And back to a single-digit game at 29-20. Olivet women showing some fight. They were down 17, and they have cut it down to 9. 3 minutes left. Second quarter and a steal. Bad pass by Sensenig, and stepping in front was Hanen. Here comes Olivet trying to chip into that deficit. They've done a pretty good job thus far. Ball circling around the perimeter. Dirksey reached in, knocked it loose. 14 on the shot clock. Pass into the post. Hatfield got double teamed. Took it up top. Another 3. Malakinic. It's in! Tightly contested. It's a 6-point game. 29-23. Olivet getting hot from the outside. Custer on the dribble. Looking for Dirksey. Nothing there. Fernandez. Behind the back dribble, into the lane, little floater, it's up there and in there. Olivet 3 of 10 from 3-point range, and those made threes have all come in the last 3 minutes or so. 31-23. Madeline Terry on the block, kicks it up top. Ooh, thinking about the 3 was Malakinic. Hanen with it. Leads it over to Hatfield. Left-handed floater, good. Kinsley Hatfield making a homecoming here. She's out of Hudsonville High School. Right nearby where I live. Back to a 6-point game at 31-25. Little floater by Custer. Oh, she got hit. No foul called. Rebounded by Olivet, and here comes Connolly. Into the front court, losing it. Turnover. Dirksey the steal. Here's Hallowell, 2-on-2. Left-handed floater, no. Rebounded by Sensenig, and she got fouled. And I think Hatfield will be called for the foul. No, wrong on that one. Could have been a couple of different players, and they went with Malakinic. That's her second. We'll have our Mercantile Bank half-court shooting contest here coming up. Sensenig out of the Chicago area makes her first free throw. Second one is up there and in. Checking back in is Reardon Sensenig. Got 7 points on the game, does Sophie. 33-25, Kelvin up 8, minute to go, second quarter. Olivet behind some 3-point shooting has picked up the pace. Here's a pull-up from 16, no, and a rebound. Comes down to Kelvin Rosser, Dirksey, and now LaRue. Little transition offense again. LaRue thought about the 3. She'll take it all the way to the hole, off the window and in. Getting the ball to the basket, back to a double-digit lead. Kelvin up 35-25. Kaylee Bush, pass inside to Hatfield, or Hanen, beg your pardon, and rebounded by Dirksey. 10 first-half rebounds for Valerie Dirksey, the Vienna, Virginia native. Getting the old breeze coming through here, losing papers and turning my mic off in the process. My wife would say, "You are so talented." Here's LaRue. Shot got blocked. Nice defense by Scholes, and Olivet the other way, Connolly. 2 seconds left, a 3, in and out, and rebounded by Dirksey. That is 11 first half rebounds for Valerie Dirksey. Kelvin leads it 35-25. at the break. Leading scorers, Anna Fernandez, 11 points. And Caitlin LaRue, 8 for Calvin, also 7 for Sophie Sensenig. Let's quickly bring it over to Olivet. We've got 8 points for Malakanich and 5 points for Connolly. I had all my papers kind of blown away here by the breezes that we get here in Venord Arena. These halftime stats are brought to you by Mercantile Bank, home of Merc Perks Plus checking and the Merc Start account. We'll have the Mercantile Bank half-court shooting contest here in a bit. Again, today's halftime is powered by Applied Innovation. Applied Innovation, practical advice and cutting-edge technology to drive your business forward. Let's take a look at the rest of the MIAA scoreboard here. St. Mary's is at Adrian. Just trying to load up the old live stats there. And let's see. Adrian up 25-22 late second quarter. That game at the Marilot Center. Trine is at Kalamazoo. League leading and nationally ranked Trine Thunder are up 3 at the break at Kalamazoo, a tight one. At the Anderson Athletic Center, 28-25, Trine leads Kalamazoo. So a bit of a surprise there in that one. Hope is at Elma, and they've still got the Trine Elma game up there from the other night. So we do not have the live stats on that. Well, let's see if I can pull up the old video feed on that one. Here we go. Looks like Hope is up 38-27 late second quarter. That's at Elma. And again, this halftime show brought to you by Applied Innovation. And our halftime stats brought to you by Mercantile Bank, home of the Merc Perks Plus checking and Merc Start account. Let's see, try to get you the full stats here from Kelvin. I gave you the scoring leaders. We'll look at team stats because there'll be some interesting numbers. Olivet 6 of 29, that's 20% from the floor. Kelvin 13 of 48, 27%. Olivet 3 of 11 from three-point range. Kelvin 5 of 18. 38 rebounds for Kelvin, 23 for Olivet. Free throw shooting, Olivet is 10 of 12. Kelvin 4 of 8. And let's see, turnovers, if I can get my stats down here. 8 turnovers for Olivet and 4 for Kelvin. So that is what we have here. And we are going to take a little bit of a break, and I'll be back in about 5-6 minutes with the rest of our second half.
I've wanted to be a teacher since I was in preschool. As a teacher, I know that I am called to not only make an impact on the students that I teach, but to help them come up with creative solutions to be change agents themselves that Calvin has instilled in me to be an agent of renewal in this world. And how can they help be a problem solver? How can they creatively come up with solutions to better not only the space that they are involved in, but the space that others are involved in as well?
I love the NABE Scholarship Program because I just love how personal these scholarships are for the alumni and for the students. Being a student who grew up in foster care and then getting a scholarship for students who were in foster care and being able to connect with that donor and see the love and the passion that they have for me and being able to resonate with me and what I've gone through. God opened doors that I didn't even know were there. I'm at Kelvin and my legacy is starting here.
This is the Gainey Track and Field Complex. There are innovative features that set Calvin's facilities apart from other universities. First, the space joins a small number of dedicated track and field facilities in NCAA Division III. This means that we don't share with football, lacrosse, soccer, any other team. Our throwing facility is adjacent to the main track. Everything is right here in one location. It's all about track and field all the time.
The best part of grad school would be the connections that you make. not only with your cohort, but with the professors as well.
I felt very supported, and I don't feel alone in the program.
I just really feel like each individual in the program gets a relationship with the professors in a different way that's meaningful to them and is more geared to them.
I'm a grad student at Calvin University. Yay! Okay.
In its most simple sort of definition, metrology is the science of measurement, which is simple in stating, but actually is very complex in terms of actually accomplishing. The GPS, it shows that I'm sitting in the living room within 6 feet of where I am. That measurement requires us to measure time to within a billionth of a second. The ability to measure something well gives you a level of trust in what's happening in the world. You trust that when you go to the gas station and you buy a gallon of gas, it's actually a gallon. That level of trust allows you to understand the world and to function. So I got my math and physics degree from Calvin, went on to graduate school in Maryland, and then postdoc at Johns Hopkins Medical School, and then got my job at what was then the National Bureau of Standards and became the National Institute of Standards and Technology. So I've held a lot of different positions at NIST. Started as a bench scientist, worked my way up through management chain, eventually became acting director for a while between administrations, and now I am the chief metrologist. So I am the person who's supposed to be watching over the core measurement program of the National Institute of Standards and Technology. It's a great privilege to interact with people from around the world, literally from many, many, many different countries. And you can see that we're all God's people. We're all working towards a universal goal. In 2018, we redefined the International System of Units. It was a major change. 67 countries that had signed the Treaty of the Meter all agreed unanimously to make the change. It's not very often you find that sort of agreement amongst the countries of the world these days, but it is good to see that, people are people. As I get older and I'm sort of fading into the end of my career, what's really rewarding is to see the projects that I had a hand in starting, sometimes a decade or more ago, where a scientist came to me and said, I have an idea, and I was able to put a little bit of resources towards it, and then to see how those things have now blossomed into just truly amazing developments and advances. Well, certainly the science and math classes prepared me for my career technically, but I think the liberal arts part of the Calvin education prepared me in a lot of ways that I didn't expect as a scientist, sort of to be able to think through a problem very carefully and objectively in terms of defining what the problem really is and where we wanted to go with it. And of course, my faith that God is in control has been very important. I didn't plan to end up where I ended up. In fact, there were lots of times in my career where opportunities presented themselves and I wasn't sure I even wanted to do it. But I could see that God had put this opportunity in my path, so I decided I would go for it, and if it happened, then that meant God wanted me to do it. But I actually think there's something involved in measurements and in metrology that's very biblical. There's a lot of references in the Bible to fair trade and fair measurements and being fair to people. The fact is, there is a good answer to most technical questions, and you can trust it. And it's because God made the universe the way He did. So the more you probe it, the more you measure it, the more you understand it, the more you appreciate the beauty of it. And it really just makes it clear that God created everything, and He did it very precisely.
The mission statement of our program is building champions for life. And I truly mean that when I say that. To me, there's two types of programs. There's transactional and there's transformational. And we are building a transformational football program here because we want our young men to leave prepared for the rest of their lives. And so when we talk about being champions, we talk about 4 different areas: in the classroom, in the community, on the field, and then champions of our faith. And all 4 pieces are so important to what we're doing.
This year has definitely changed my world. I'm making an impact here. It feels good to know every day that I'm growing in my abilities that I love, which is film, and I'm also growing as a believer in faith.
I'm really thankful that I was able to do work in my field during school, at school, and that has given me the confidence to move forward with doing my own independent work and getting to put my foot in that door before I even graduate. I don't think I would have found elsewhere.
At Calvin, our faith in God and pursuit of excellence drives us. Our new soccer stadium reflects that commitment, offering a premier space for our student athletes to compete on and off the field. Whether you're an athlete, a summer camper, or a spectator, join our community of Knights at Calvin University.
Join the next generation of global business leaders at Calvin University School of Business, offering 8 undergraduate majors and 2 master's degrees, and exceptional faculty with real-world experience who will partner with you and guide you along the way, and opportunities to participate in internships, study abroad programs, and hands-on learning experiences. This is Calvin University School of Business. Your future begins here.
I love working downtown Grand Rapids, being able to go to class and then come here and do work where the theory that I learned in the classroom really did apply.
I think the Calvin interns, they have this well-balanced background, right? I also think that Calvin does a really nice job preparing them in communication.
I think the Calvin network is phenomenal, and that is a huge help of making me feel comfortable knowing that my education is preparing me super well for the rest of my life. So knowing that I can see people being successful in their lives who went through the same educational system as me is very encouraging.
All right, back here courtside, and just getting things situated here. I was communicating with Jeff Henson over at Olivet and telling me that Lily Connolly was one of the individuals that ran cross country for Olivet this year. Ran with her sister, so I remember taking that photo, and that was a great moment. Calvin hosting the MIAA Cross Country Championships, and pretty cool to see a set of sisters run together. She is out of St. Clair Community College, using her 5th year to play basketball this season. Just trying to do a little research here. Some of these stats that we used to have online have kind of disappeared with transitions to different website platforms and that type of thing. But you've got Val Dirksey here. If I can come up with the tally for rebounds. Definitely closing in on a career high for rebounds. She has 14 rebounds right now. Let's see if I can't pull up her career high. A lot of Lions talk right now. Of course, the Detroit Lions hosting a divisional round playoff game tonight against the Washington Commanders. The other game this afternoon is the Kansas City Chiefs hosting the Houston Texans. And then tomorrow, let's see, you've got Buffalo hosting Baltimore. That's a 6:30 game. And you've got the Eagles in the early afternoon slot hosting the LA Rams. Calvin men's hockey, ACHA D1 defeats the 3rd-ranked Liberty Flames last night. Calvin ranked 10th and scoring a 4-3 overtime win down in Lynchburg, Virginia. They'll play again tonight. You can find the broadcast link right off the CalvinKnights.com front page there. And the Calvin D3 team, which is ranked in the top 25, I think 6th right now, was, you'll have to search, it's in there somewhere. Calvin D3 team defeated Olivet Nazarene 3-0 last night. So a good hockey night for Calvin. All right, Dirksey has 1 game of 15 rebounds this year.
I'm watching what they feed. I don't know if they're looking at it. Good point.
Just quickly going through her stat lines. Yeah, so she's been in double digits before, but 15, so she's 1 away from getting to her Calvin career high. And we're going to have to do a little research. I know Christopher Kike has the Kelvin single-game rebounding record, and I want to say it's 27 rebounds. And I don't have that right at my disposal, but I will find that out. At the next chance. Ready to go, and Olivet has the basketball to start the third quarter. 35-25. Hallowell is in at point guard, so Wiggers not able to go back in, and here's a flip in the lane, up and in by the Comets. It was Kaylee Bush. Here's a three from the top, short by Hallowell. Rebounded by Hanasol. LaRue back to Hallowell. Right corner, Fernandez driving to the hole, got her shot blocked. I think that'll be Malakinich with the board, and here comes Olivet. Down by 8 and a chance to get as close as it's been in quite a while. They were within 6. A 3 would make it a 5-point game. Malakinich defended by Dirksey. Pass inside, little wide of Connolly, was trying to post up. Be a turnover. Kelvin basketball. Hallowell inside to Dirksey on the little pick and roll, goes up short. Tried to get her own board, could not, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Kelvin. No, they're going to turn it the other way. It'll go to Olivet.
Good ball pressure. Here you go. Let's go. Come on, here you go. Here you go.
And a near steal by Fernandez, knocked out of bounds. Comets with the basketball. Got a bunch of people pinging in on me here, and got to get back to the game. Right corner, Malakinich. Ball swinging around the horn. Left corner, 3, up and no, and out of bounds. It'll go to Kelvin, I believe, with a shot clock violation.
Let's go. Good. Let's go. Come on. Yeah, zipper. Never hit the rim.
So Jake Morin, I believe it was the student who competed in the Mercantile Bank halftime shootout. He won himself $250. He switched one of those shots and will take home $250. So thanks for Mercantile Bank for being our sponsor for that halftime contest. Here's a 3 from the corner, Hallowell. It's good. 38-27, 11-point Kelvin lead. Near turnover comes up top. A deep 3. It's going to be off the iron by Bush. Rebounded by Hanasol. Here is Fernandez. Behind the back dribble. Left block. Dirksey. Lost her dribble. Got it back. Kicks it outside. Fernandez. She pumps up a 3. It's good. Anna Fernandez with 14 points. And another trifecta. Kelvin leads at 41-27.
Closer. Jump to the ball. Hey, jump to the ball. Come on, White. Stay down, Hannah.
Connolly feed to the between the rings there. Gets a return pass. Working on Hallowell. Got a little bit of a size advantage. Left-handed dribble pulls her up from 12. It's in.
Let's go. Up.
Little 16-foot pull-up. 38 or 41-29. Hallowell tried to go inside. Got her pass deflected and a turnover by the Knights. Here's the 3 from the right side, and that is good by Kaylee Bush. And the Comets fighting back with 3-point power, 41-32. LaRue thought about the 3, feeds Hanasol in the post. It's been a lot of perimeter shooting. Hallowell three. It's going to be off the iron and rebounded by Olivet's Scholes. Olivet's done a better job on the rebounding end, preventing second and third chance opportunities by Kelvin. Turnover, though, by the Comets, and it comes to Fernandez. Pass inside, run on the floor, Dirksey up and in, and a foul on Malakanic. Lydia Saul getting set to check in. Foul's going to be on Malakanic. Got Custer coming back in for Kelvin. Olivet. It's got Terry and Hannen checking in. Dirksey, free throw, no. Battle for the board, Lydia Saul. There's an offensive board, passing to the post. Dirksey got fouled, and guess what? She's going back to the line again. Fouls on Malakanic. Free throw is good by Dirksey. Makes them both.
Come on.
45-32. Near steal, and it is not quite stolen by Lydia Saul. It was heading right toward my way. Ball be inbounded. Right in front of me. Comets with it. Terry. Right block. Bush, a fadeaway, got fouled by Lydia Saul. Got her on the arm. That'd be her second. It's Hannen at the line. Free throw up and in there. Second free throw off the mark. Rebounded by Kelvin. Custer had it. Trying to turn off the volume here on this live stream of Elma and Hope. Try to get you that score here in a bit. And a turnover by Lydia Saul on the baseline. Other scores here. St. Mary's up 32-28 on Adrian. Early third. Trying up midway through the third now. 38-28 on Kalamazoo. And I don't have that Hope Elma score as of right yet. Here's another three from the left side. It's down. Bush from downtown, and it is a 45-36 contest. Hallowell's getting extended minutes here at the point. Leaves it over to Dirksey. Couple of freshmen into this Kelvin lineup, and the entry feed is going to be off the mark. Custer trying to find Dirksey, and we're going to get a timeout taken with 4:36 left in the third quarter. Kelvin up 9. Hope up 45-31 to start the second half at Elma. So searching for that score. Let's see if I've got any others. If you're a fan of Kelvin basketball, you'll need to mark your calendar for each Monday night in February. Next month, starting February 3, Big E's Restaurant on East Beltline is the home for Inside Kelvin Basketball, 30-minute program, a live program featuring men's basketball coach Bill Saul, plus coaches and players from the women's basketball team. The show will air live on 96.1 The Game FM and MichiganSportsRadio.com. You're welcome to join the live audience and enjoy the delicious menu items from Big E's. That's Inside Calvin Basketball starting Monday, February 3 at Big E's. And on 96.1, The Game, FM, and Michigan Sports Radio. That will be each Monday in the month of February. So coming up fast. Back to the action here, 45-36. Calvin on top. Game getting a little sloppy there for the Knights. So Coach Christner calling the timeout. Ball deflected away and turned over by Olivet. I'm losing my paperwork here again. Got the winds of a Nord Arena blowing around. That was Madeline Terry with the turnover there. Pull-up jumper in the lane, around and down. Anna Fernandez, give her 16. She's having herself a nice week. 18 points on Wednesday, 16 in today's game. Hannah Saul's back in and turned it over to Custer. Here's Hallowell on the break and got her pocket picked by Terry. Then Terry couldn't keep her feet in bounds, so it'll stay with Kelvin. Shot clock will be at 20. Connolly coming in for Olivet. .402 left here in the third. They're still going over what the shot clock situation should be. It's going to be at 20, I can tell you that. Hallowell will inbound it to Fernandez. Looking for Hannah Saul inside. Left baseline, Lydia Saul, and got fouled. Going to be a hand check on Anna Hannan. That's her third foul. Another baseline situation for Calvin Fernandez. Got a screen from Lydia Saul. Pulls up from 16, straight on and down and in. She's got 18. And the dribble is Scholes, and threw it away. Got Caitlin LaRue coming back on for Calvin. For Hallowell. So Fernandez will move over to the point guard spot right now. LaRue going to the basket with a jump stop, right corner. Fernandez, a three, in and out. Rebounded by LaRue. Up top to Custer. Goes the lane, off the window, short. Battle for the board, Fernandez. She missed the layup. Rebound to Lydia Saul, up top, LaRue. A three, good. Caitlin LaRue in double digits. She's got 11. Steal by Kelvin. Fernandez has it, and Connolly fouled her from behind. Gonna have a timeout taken by Olivet. The Knights have stretched it. So a 16-point lead at 52-36 with 3:01 left in the third quarter. Again, the standings and updates from around the MIAA is presented by NAI Wazinski of West Michigan, providing all facets of commercial real estate services. Elma is hosting Hope. Let's see, St. Mary's leading 36-34 at Adrian. Trying up 47-30 now at Kalamazoo after a 2-point situation there at half, and now Hope is up 51-39 on Elma. Again, these halftime, or bigger pardon, these MIAA score updates are brought to you by NAI Wazinski. Keep thinking NAI because that's one of the athletic organizations that some of the schools here locally are a part of. Looking at the stats here, Kaylee Bush for Olivet has got 10 points, a couple of triples to her credit, 8 points for Malakanich, 7 for Lily Connolly. Kelvin has been paced by that backcourt tandem of Anna Fernandez, who has 18, 8 of 18 from the floor, and 11 points for Caitlin LaRue, 7 points for Sophie Sensenig. Haven't seen Sensenig here in the second half yet. Ooh, Fernandez traveled there. Got the ball caught up on her hip as she was going hard to the basket. Good thought, just didn't quite execute it the right way. Here's Connolly. Probably could have drawn a foul there on Custer. Custer playing pretty physical there. Connolly trying to post up. Pass will be knocked away. That was Scholes trying to get there and could not. So another turnover by the Comets. Anna Fernandez into the front court, leaves it to Custer. 52-36 Kelvin. To LaRue. He's got 11 right now. On the dribble, up top, Lydia Saul. Backdoor feed to Custer. Left it short, little 3-footer. And rebound by Malakinich. Here comes Olivet, and it's Hannah Saul getting back. Playing free safety and deflecting it out of bounds. Here comes Sensenig, who's got 7 on the day. Lydia Saul checking out. Near steal by Fernandez, and who did it go off of? Off of Olivet. Or off of Kelvin, beg your pardon. So I'll stay with Olivet. That's what I meant to say. Connolly has it. See a lot of Detroit Lions gear in the stands. My son's high school basketball game last night seemed like there were more Lions pieces of apparel in the stands than there were to the two respective high school teams that were competing. Big football game for the Lions tonight. We're going to have a foul on Fernandez, her second. Hallowell's going to check in. Fernandez checking out. Rosser, Grace Rosser is in, a senior out of Allendale. Clara Scholes at the line. She'll shoot a pair. 1:52 left, third quarter. Free throw off the mark. Second one is strong and rebounded by LaRue. Hallowell got the feed from LaRue. Dribbled down that left baseline. Grace Rosser. Ball moving around. Rosser on the cut. Has it in the paint. Back to LaRue. Thought about the shot. 10 on the shot clock. Inside. Here's Hannah Saul. Little right-handed hook and good. Her first points of the game. 54-36. Kinsley Hatfield. And now Bush. Trying to back her way in, goes to the basket, off the board, off the rim, gets her own board, off the window on the putback, no. And it comes down to Grace Rosser. Here's Hallowell pushing the ball. Left corner. It's a 3 for LaRue, going to be off the mark. And Connolly with the board. Quickly the other way. Left corner, 3. It's going to be up and down by number 34, Clara Scholes. I had my vision blocked on who actually took that shot. I had a referee and Olivet coaching staff in the way, so I had to wait for a minute to see who made that one. Knights are going to play, well, can't really play for one. 25 on the shot clock, about 13 on the shot clock, 28 on the game clock, so about an 8-second differential. Sensenig to the basket, off the board, no. Batted back up top, Rosser, a 3. It's wide open from the top, off the iron, and rebounded by Connolly. 7 seconds. She'll bring it into the front court. 5 seconds, got a high screen. Kicks it left corner, another three. It's going to be up there and off the mark. Again, that was Scholes from the corner. So at the end of three, Calvin leads it 54-39. And we'll get some third quarter stats here in just a moment. Let's see, just going through the rest of our notes here. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Applied Innovation, where innovation means more smiles for your business. Today's second half also brought to you by Skipper and Ostrink Wealth Management, retirement planning that seeks to deliver the retirement outcomes you deserve. Stay with us after the game today for the Big East postgame show. The best place to watch all of this weekend's sports action is Big East Sports Grill. Just south of Calvin's campus on the Beltline, the Big East postgame show features final stats analysis and our selection for player of the game. So stick around for that one. Let's see, stats here. Field goal shooting, Calvin 20 of 66, 30%. Olivet 11 of 39, 28.2%. Rebounding, 30 boards for Olivet, 49 for Calvin, including 14 for Vale. Dirksey, who has yet to get a rebound here in the second half. Three-point shooting, Calvin 8 of 26, Olivet 6 of 17. Free throw shooting, 11 of 16 for the Comets, 6 of 11 for Calvin. Anna Fernandez, 18 points. Caitlin LaRue, 11 for the Knights, and 10 points for Olivet's Kaylee Bush, and 8 for Christina Malakinich. Ready to go here. Looks like we're going to have Lydia, or no, same way. We're going to start the same way we finished the third quarter. So Hannah Saul still in, along with LaRue, Sensenig, Hallowell, and Rosser. Hallowell to Sensenig, who's going to drive to the basket. Goes up, little floater, no, and a foul. Got her on the wrist, did Kinsley Hatfield. And Sensenig will go to the line. She's got 7 points right now. Free throw in and out by Sophie. Out of Westlake Christian High School, Grace Lake, Illinois. Gets the second free throw. 55-39. She's got 8 points. Secondary break action for Olivet. Hatfield will leave it over to Connolly. Hand off to Scholes. Comets playing a little weave action with the offense. 9:20 left in the contest, and a deep jumper by Hatfield off the mark. A board for LaRue, starting to rack up some statistics. Little pick and roll action. Hallowell pumps up a three. It's down. Hannah Saul sprung her with that pick there. And now a turnover by the Comets. LaRue got in front on that long feed. Hallowell on the break. She nails the jumper, and Hallowell quickly with 5 straight points. The Knights are suddenly firing and filling.
Let's go. Under. Okay, here we go.
Connolly off the window and down. Good take to the basket. 60-41, Kelvin up 19. Just going through all my papers here. Trying to find some stuff here. Didn't find what I was looking for. Hallowell's got 13 points right now, so Kelvin's backcourt getting some production. Shot was no good. Rebound by Rossard. And a putback was no good. Connolly going to the basket and got fouled by Hallowell. Kelvin's 3 backcourt players all in double digits between Hallowell, Fernandez, and LaRue. Dirksey coming back on. Rosser, Hannah Saul, Sensenig out. Let's see, Ashley Reardon back in, as is Fernandez. We had 1 substitution for Olivet. Missed who that was. I think it's Malakinich who just came back on. Connolly missed the first free throw. She's got 9 points right now. She's got 10, makes that second free throw. So 60-42. 7:59 to go in this one. Knights up by 18. Reardon, a handoff to LaRue. Is going to go to the basket. Pulls up, lefty off the window, in and out. Rebounded by LaRue, and the ball got knocked out of bounds by the Comets. It'll stay with the Knights. 20 on the shot clock. Substitution by the Comets. Right corner, Fernandez. Little heat check, it's in there, and she's got 21. 24 is her career high. Anna Fernandez is in a zone. 62-42. Pass inside, off the window, no, and Fernandez with a board. That was Bush with the 8-footer. Right corner, Reardon on the dribble. Finds Dirksey. And now Fernandez, handoff to Hallowell. She'll pump up a three. Off the back iron, a lot of three-pointers here for Kelvin. Right corner, LaRue thought about the three. Instead, drives baseline to the basket. Back to Fernandez, another one. Up there, it's in there! She's got 24. She has matched a career high. Anna Fernandez. Firing and filling. Well, the board up there says 23. And so does the live stat. So she is one shy of a career high. And we're going to have a foul, I think, on Fernandez from behind. As Scholes was posting up on her. I think we're going to have Sally Merrill coming on for LaRue. 6:37 to go here, fourth quarter. Pass inside, Olivet, turnaround is off the window and in by Hanen. 65-42. Dirksey to Sally Merrill, the Hamilton product who just checked in. Fernandez, she's hunting shots right now. She's going to go to the basket. She got fouled. You're going to say that one is good? I don't think so. Foul on Hanen. Yeah, that'll be a... just an entry pass here. Merrill into the lane, back to Dirksey. Right corner, Hallowell. She's going to fire it up there, off the iron. Battle for the board. Olivet has it. That's Bush. We'll trigger it. On the dribble, Terry. Got a high screen and a steal by Sally Merrill. Up ahead to Hallowell. She's going to pull up from 14. It's good. She's got 15. 67-44. Ball knocked out of bounds. A turnover by the Comets. So Dirksey will check out. Let's see. Lydia Saul just checked in. Sally Merrill finds Hallowell. Hallowell, I believe, has got a career scoring high going right now. Pulls up from 12, off the mark, got her own board. To Merrill, open three. It's going to be up there. It's off the iron. Rebound to Lydia Saul. She's going to try to get to the basket. Pass to Reardon, 17-footer, straight on, in and out, bouncing around, and taken down by Malakinich. Madeline Terry on the dribble, defended by Fernandez. 4:50 to go here in this one. Pull up by Scholes, no. Rebound by Sally Merrill. Finds Hallowell. A three by Fernandez off the iron. Taken away by Clara Scholes. And I have Custer coming on. The next chance. Pass to the corner, Bush. Trying to back Reardon down. Oh, they're going to call a foul from behind. It'll be the third on Calvin's, not a shooting situation. I think Fernandez is going to check out. She will. Here comes Custer. Connolly coming back for Olivet. Going to have that immediate timeout with 4:23 to go here. Calvin leading it 67-44. Quickly, a look around the league. The NAI Wazinski MIAA scoreboard and schedule. Hope leading 69-44 in the third. Trine up 62-43 in the fourth at Kalamazoo. And Adrian now on top of St. Mary's, 47-42. Stats here provided by the Crack Calvin Sports Information staff. You got Lily Connolly with 10 for Olivet, 10 points for Kaylee Bush, 7 for Anna Hannan, and 8 for Christina Malakinich. For Calvin, 23 for Anna Fernandez, 1 shy of a career high. Career high 15 for Gabby Hallowell, and 11 for Caitlin LaRue, 8 for Sophie Sensenig. Rebounding here, 57 boards for Calvin. Valerie Dirksey has matched a Calvin career rebounding high with 15 boards in this one. Olivet has 34 rebounds. There has been a lot of missed shots. Olivet 13 of 44, Calvin 25 of 80. So that's 31% for Calvin, 29% for Olivet. Inbounds play for Olivet. Knights up 67-44. Stay tuned for our post-game show. Near strip by Hallowell goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Olivet. I can tell you that our player of the game is going to be Anna Fernandez. Although Val Dirksey would be a pretty good candidate in some respects, with matching a career high in rebounds of 15. Here's Hallowell with 15 points at the controls. Jamie Custer got the men's game coming up, and the two Ryans, Ryan Schumer and Ryan Shearhart, will call that one. Here is turnaround by Lydia Saul off the mark. Reardon got the offensive board. Feed inside, Merrill off the window and in. She's got 2. Be the Big E's post-game show. Here's a turnaround off the window and down. Good jumper by Anna Hannan. Custer feeding it over to Merrill. 69-46 here. Calvin on top. 3:20 left in this contest. Reardon, South Christian product. Just outside the paint. Floater, no. Taken away by Olivet. Here come the Comets. Connolly on the dribble. Nice feed inside to Malakinich. Missed the layup, and the rebound comes down to Custer. Good feed by Connolly. Here is Custer. Sally Merrill, left-handed floater, off the mark, got her own board, comes out of there to Reardon. Hallowell to Custer. Merrill a 3, it's up there, off the iron. Reardon with the board. 14-footer, straight on short. Battle for the rebound, taken away by Olivet. That was Anna Hannan with the board. Long lead dish to Bush. On the dribble, going to the hole, off the window, no, but a foul on Merrill. Lydia Saul checking out. And let's see, we got Lindsay Minderhout has checked in for Calvin. Kaylee Bush at the line. Free throw in and out. 2:23 to go. Second free throw is in. 69-47. Another sub here, Olivet. Mia McConnell is in for the Comets. 2:15 to go in this one. Hallowell to Reardon. Hand off to Minderhout. Custer looking inside, nothing there. To Hallowell. Floater from 10, it's good. She's got 17. Gabby Hallowell. Madeline Terry leaves it over to Madison Kaufman, who has checked in. Malakinich, defended by Reardon. Malakinich trying to hand it off there to McConnell, could not. And a turnover, yes, it's going to be picked up by Minderhout on the deflection. 1:30 left in this one. Kelvin's up 71-47. Pass to Reardon. Got some space inside, missed the layup, got her own board, and got fouled. It'll be on Malakinich. More subs here. Let's see. Tolentino coming in for Kelvin, as is Jenna Williams. Free throw is good by Reardon. Second is good by Reardon, and it's 73-47 with 1:23 to go. Madeline Terry. Backdoor feed to Kaufman. Hahn in there. Back up top to Terry, who's out of Wayland High School. Making a bit of a homecoming here to West Michigan. Wayland about 30 minutes away. Pass inside, Hannon, and the layup is good off the window. 73-49. Stick around for the post-game show. Be talking to Kelvin head coach Mark Christner. Got our player of the game, our final stats. All brought to you by Big E's Restaurant. Here's a three from the corner by Williams. Going to be off the mark. And a foul. Nope, just knocked out of bounds. Remind you, Kelvin men will be taking on Olivet here at 3. Sam Hargraves, a Kelvin alum, in charge of the Olivet team. I'm sure it'll be a hard-fought contest. Kaufman, pass to the right block. McConnell, left-handed shot blocked by Williams, and out of bounds. It'll stay with Olivet with 19 on the clock, 9 on the shot clock. Adrian up 58-52 with 4:40 left in that one. Trying all over Kalamazoo and Hope all over Elma. Those are women's basketball scores. Pass to the right block. Shot going to be short. Tolentino has it. He's going to bring it into the front court. Tightly defended and got her pocket picked. Here comes Olivet with 7 seconds left. Right corner. And a shot blocked by Merrill. Kaufman trying to get off a three. Could not. 3 seconds left in this one. And I think that's going to do it. Yep, Olivet will not get off a shot for the final horn. So Kelvin wins it 73-49, 10-7 overall, and finishing out the first half of the league schedule at 5-2. Welcome to the post-game show presented by Big East Sports Grill. Big East is your best spot to watch all of this week's games on the East Bell Line just south of Kelvin's campus. And don't forget, Big East is a live home to Inside Kelvin basketball starting February 3. Well, here are today's final stats, and they are presented by Detroit Wing Company at Knapp's Corner in Grand Rapids, and I'm going to tell you those wings are fantastic. They were a proud sponsor of Kelvin football up in the press box this year for the home games, and outstanding food at the Detroit Wings Company. They sponsor the post-game stats here, and Kelvin winning it. Anna Fernandez, a career high 23 points. Gabby Hallowell, a career high 17 points for Kelvin, 11 points for Caitlin LaRue, 8 points for Sophie Sensenig, a career high, matching a career high, 15 rebounds for Kelvin's Val Dirksey. Our Kelvin player of the game today, brought to you by Straight Line Fence, is Anna Fernandez. Let's look at her total. She was 10 of 21 from the floor, Anna Fernandez, 3 of 8 from three-point range, had 7 rebounds, 3 steals, and as mentioned, 23 points, 1 point shy of matching a career high. That's today's Kelvin player of the game, brought to you by Straight Line Fence. With over 30 years of building sanctuary and security, Straight Line Fence provides property owners with the privacy, comfort, and confidence of the perfect fence. Getting back to the Olivet side, let's look at their leaders. 11 points for Anna Hannon and 11 points for Kaylee Bush. Lily Connolly had 10 points, 8 points for Malakinich, and 7 points for Scholes. Team stats here, well, I got them right in front of me. Olivet 15 of 51, that's 29.4% from the floor, 6 of 18 from three-point range, 33%, 13 of 20 from the line, that is 65%. Olivet had 39 rebounds, and they turned it over 20 times. Kelvin, 27 of 89 from the floor, that's 30%. Knights 10 of 34 from three-point range, 29.4%. 9 of 15 from the free throw line, 67%. Kelvin with 64 rebounds in this one, 39 for Olivet. And as I mentioned, Val Dirksey matching a career single game rebounding high with 15 boards in this contest. Other stats that turn out, I mentioned Anna Fernandez had the 3 steals, blocked shots, a lot of three-point shots in this one, so maybe not quite as many block shots, but Kelvin still had 5 swats, 1 for Val Dirksey, 1 for Sophie Sensenig, 1 for Jamie Custer, 1 for Sally Merrill, and 1 for Jenna Williams. Kelvin had just 9 turnovers in this one, so I think Coach Christner will be fairly pleased with that. We're going to hold it here and wait for Coach Christner. Try to talk to him on this post-game show. Again, Kelvin winning at 73-49. I guess the only damper would be Chloe Wiggers, who rolled an ankle early in the contest. Jump shot that she had, and she came down on an opponent's foot. And looks like she is on crutches with some ice on that ankle. So the one bright spot is Kelvin has a week off until its next game. That'll be Saturday at St. Mary's. And, of course, Gabby Hallowell getting plenty of playing time in her absence and making good use of that playing time, scoring the career high 17 points. But we hope Chloe recovers soon from that one. Knights have sure had their fair share of injuries over the last, 12 months, if you will, with Emma Whitty going down in late January of last year, Ryan Rohrer in the season-ending MIAA tournament semifinal game last year, and then Sammy DeKuyper in the opener this year. And then Wiggers, a little bit of the ankle roll there in this one. Allie Mays, should mention her. She was out today with an injury. And the Knights hoping to get her back sooner rather than later. And but again, the Knights getting a 73-49 win. Now 10-7, hitting the double-digit mark. And Mark Christner hitting win number 90 as Kelvin head women's basketball coach. He's done a real nice job here at Kelvin during his time, and we're waiting for him to come out of the locker room, try to get him for a post-game chat. Again, we'll have Ryan Schumer and Ryan Shearhart calling the men's game here. They're coming right over from working the Kelvin baseball clinic. They are members of the Kelvin baseball team. And I see Jim Skipper, one of the folks behind the Skipper and Osterink Wealth Management promotion that we have. We thank him for that. His son Joel Skipper is the head Kelvin baseball coach, and Papa Jim, who is a tremendous Kelvin basketball and baseball player, is a volunteer coach with the Kelvin baseball team. So he's been helping out with the baseball clinic that's been going on in the Huizinga Tennis and Track Center. Kelvin swimming and diving teams are in action right now against the University of Chicago in a dual meet. I'll be swinging over there for a bit once I get off the air just to check in, see how things are going. Those are nationally ranked opponents going head-to-head. Kelvin hockey, here comes Coach Christner, by the way. Kelvin hockey let's see, the Kelvin D3 team is at home against Olivet Nazarene. Here's Coach Christner. And we got Coach Christner here on the Big East post-game show. And Coach, just first and foremost, your thoughts on this contest.
Yeah, I would say first, congratulations to Peter and Coach Peter from Olivet and their family. I hope the arrival of their baby is going smoothly. I thought they acquitted themselves well in this game. I felt like our group, we've had similar conversations, Jeff. You got to be able to get it in around the basket. I thought we did a lot of really good things, but that is a major bugaboo that we'll have to continue to try to work on. But 6-2, which is what we wanted to be here, and onward, we would say.
Yeah. I kept saying 5-2 in the post game. It's 6-2 through the first half, and you do get now a week of rest, and that's probably going to come at a good time as you've got a few injuries that you're dealing with. Of course, Chloe Wiggers going down, looked like she rolled her ankle in the first quarter there, and hopefully some rest and recuperation, we can get her back at some point.
Yeah, hopefully. I'm not sure exactly what that looks like, but she's a gamer. But Gabby did a great job.
She did, career high.
Yep, she did a great job. She's to the point now where maybe earlier in the year, earlier in the year for sure, we had to piece it together and play Anna there a little bit more. I think we're to the point now where Gabby can really get into her own there a little bit. She did a really nice job bringing us home.
Yeah, and Fernandez has got the hot hand right now, 23 points. She had 18 the other night, and she's hunting shots right now, isn't she?
She is, and we need her to, Jeff. I think Caitlin's had a really nice year too. Anna's assertiveness, her ability to understand when to cut, when to come get it. She's playing at a really nice pace. We're trying to find stuff to run to get her the ball in open space. She's had a really nice week, and I hope that she can continue to, just get better and better. We need a little bit of help in the post from a scoring standpoint to try to take the pressure off her, I would say. And they know it. Our players know it. They're working hard at it. I think they're all a little disappointed, some with the shooting. Certainly, you're at home. I think 30% is not acceptable, and they don't believe that either.
Yeah, well, and a lot of good looks too. It wasn't
Great
like you were hurting for good looks, so
we didn't turn it over.
That was only 9 turnovers in this one.
We got to the offensive glass too. I mean, at 32, we had 24 or so against Kalamazoo. You'd just like to shoot it a little better. I think you'd feel a little better, but the ball movement's been good. We got really good shots from people. We're running the floor hard, and we just want to be able to cash some of those opportunities in. But I would say, too, I thought our defense in the second half was a little more us. I thought in the first half we were a little bit more off of them on the ball and allowed them to play at a pace that they could succeed at probably. And we needed to get up a little. I thought we did a much better job in the second half of forcing them to maybe do some things a little faster than they wanted to.
So you get ready for the second half of the league schedule. You get basically 7 days until your next game. You go on the road next Saturday to St. Mary's. Just your thoughts on where this team is at overall, and you're playing a lot of young guys, or young players, women, right now that are getting valuable minutes and starting to grow, I would say.
We are. Every game's different, and Chloe's injury put us in a little bit of a pickle today. We'll work on our adjustments with or without her moving forward further a little bit, maybe. I would say our group has continued to grow. It's hard. I mean, even missing Allie Mays in a game like this. Allie's such a good defender, and she's an experienced player, and she's a really good cutter. I just, we have tried to fill, and now we're filling with people who haven't quite played a lot yet, right? So Jamie was fantastic on Wednesday at Albion. I thought she did some good things today, but yet also a freshman, and was, struggled from the field just a little bit. I think, trying to get some of those folks just to relax and understand it's not really about, it is about production, but it's not really. It's a little bit more about the attitude you're going to bring on the floor, the mindset that you're going to bring. And I think with young players in particular, that's really the enjoyable part, is to watch them sink their teeth into that mindset and then grow that way. And we've had some folks do that, and I'm really pleased with them. You look at the box, and you keep telling Hannah Saul about getting to the rim and being a little more assertive in the block, and 2 shots. We'll have to figure out ways to get her some more.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, a win, no matter how you slice it, and you always like to keep stacking up those wins. Get a little time to enjoy this one, and hey, tonight, go Lions, right?
Go Lions, absolutely. I did tell our team in the locker room, Jeff, every win is a Picasso. Every win is a Picasso. You know, go to the art museum. Sometimes you might look at a Picasso and you're questioning why it's so good, but it doesn't matter. Every win is important. I thought we're pretty resilient today after a long stretch of being here with no class. So we're eager to get back to class and get into a good routine here coming up next week.
Well, and the inauguration 6 days away right here, or well, not here in the arena, it'll be at the Covenant Fine Arts Center, but Greg Elzinga will be inaugurated, and boy, he's a great supporter of Calvin Athletics, so we're looking forward to that as well.
We're looking forward to celebrating him. Absolutely go Lions, and more importantly, go Knights. Thanks, Jeff.
Go Knights. All right, that was the Big E's post-game show, and that was Mark Christner. Well, we're going to take a little break, and then the men's game coming up. We've got Ryan Schumer, Ryan Shearhart. They'll bring you all the action, so stick around, and they'll be back with a call that one.